What is up, guys? This is Anthony, aka BadBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Clayface. Now, as you can see, I have all the pieces laid out here to build this giant hump of clay. He is a very massive and impressive figure, and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. So what are we waiting for? Let's build ourselves an action figure. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Clayface. Now this guy is pretty impressive for the most part. He is massive, especially if you compare him to like your other DC Multiverse figures, your standard figures and whatnot. Like I'll just bring in real quick. You can kind of see he is standing next to a DC Multiverse, DCUC Batman. That's pretty much the size he is compared to your other figures from your collection. So he's pretty insane and very, very cool. You know, when I do look at him though, I kind of just think he looks like a big pile of poo. He's kind of like the poop emoji, just really more pissed, but he's still very, very cool, and I do like him quite a bit. The paintwork and all that is just insane. Lots of good detailing in here. He is molded in this, like you can see right here in this joint right here, that like darker grayish brown, but he has all this lighter brown just dry brushed throughout the entire figure, which is very, very cool and very impressive. Lots of good sculpt work and whatnot that he got in here. Just very nice detailed. All these wrinkles and folds, and it looks like he's like melting or just blobbing like mud and all that, like clay. It looks really, really cool. I dig that. The hands look very nice. I do love the fact that he actually does have the 4 fingers instead of the 5. That's very cool. And his head sculpt is fantastic. I really, really do dig this particular head sculpt. He just looks angry with those yellow eyes. What I do like is his jaw is articulated. Not much, but it's still something. So that's very cool how we get that in there. And you can kind of see like the inside of the mouth. And get that and get my lights to focus on there. You kind of see he has like 2 sets of teeth in there. 2 rows of teeth, which is pretty gnarly, and just the whole paint work on the inside of the mouth looks fantastic. You see the other layer of teeth in there, which is pretty rad. That's attention to detail. That's just really, really impressive. And that's what I like about what Mattel has been doing with their DC Multiverse line. Their Build-A-Figures, or their Collect and Connect figures, I should say, are just getting so much better, and they are really going all out on them, and it's just very impressive what they're doing. Again, just a great massive hunk of figure, and he's just very cool even though he looks like a turd. He's just a big giant walking turd, but he's an impressive giant walking turd, so very, very cool. Alright, so let's look at the articulation now. So the head just kind of rotates like that. You can't turn it left or right. It is not on the ball peg. It is just on that standard peg where you clip it to, so you can really just rotate. That kind of sucks that you can't, you know, look up or down or, you know, to the side or anything. It just kind of rotates like that. That kind of sucks in my opinion. We do get the jaw like I've showed before. The arms can go all the way around, full 360. Yeah, you can get a full 360 like that. So that's pretty good. This plate right here, this whole back piece was a separate piece that you had to put on. And it's pretty bulky, so I don't want to risk it. If I try to dismantle it, I feel like it would break. So be careful, because I feel like this is one of those figures that's once he's put together, he's gonna stay put together, and you don't want to take him apart in fear of breakage. So we do get a single bend at the elbow, which is very nice. It goes about 90 degrees. We also get rotation at the elbow, which is very cool. Rotation at the wrist. We also get a hinge at the wrist, which is actually better than some of the other figures in this wave. This one actually has a hinged wrist. We do get a ball peg. It seems like a ball peg right here, just below the, just at the waist right here. just like that. So that kind of rolls around, pivot side to side, pretty much anything you need to do. Not a whole lot of range of motion, but still pretty good. He does rotate at the waist cut just like that. Just, man, I feel like he just takes over my camera. He's just so freaking massive. That's so freaking impressive. I love that. We get hip joints and kick forward that much. Back, not so much, because we get his clay booty over there. We can do the splits very nicely, which is pretty interesting. We get a rotation at that thigh, just like that. We get a thigh cut just right there. We get a single bend at the knee, as well as rotation at that same peg. We get ankle joints that allows you to point the toe up and down, and we actually get a very nice ankle rocker. So that's actually really cool too. So that's going to help out to get some flat-footed poses when you're posing him around, because he is, like I said, very big and massive and heavy. So when you're posing him around, he's going to need ankle pivot to get him to stand flat-footed, so you can pose him around, knocking out some of your good guys and whatnot. He's just freaking dope. I do like him a lot, but there's also this figure that I adore. This is the old DC Multiverse one, or excuse me, the DC Universe Classics Clayface. And to me, this was like the epitome. And I think I actually still like this one a little bit better, mainly because of the look of it. He's just very awesome, and he kind of has like this almost look to the animated Batman the Animated Series kind of look to this one, but in more of like a updated version. And then his arms were so cool, because these are like a gummy type of rubbery material with a thick bendy wire in there. They're almost point where it actually feels like clay. I don't know, so I think I still kind of like this one a little more than the new Collect and Connect figure. But if you don't have that one, you want something that's even more massive, because he is a lot bigger than that version, I definitely suggest trying to find this guy and picking him up, and try and pick up the whole wave if you can, or just maybe in the aftermarket just pick up this figure, because he is insanely cool, and he's going to tower all of your rest of your collection. And if you can get him, then I definitely recommend him, because he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Clayface comparison, here he is standing next to the DC Universe Classics Clayface. And for your Multiverse comparison, here he is standing next to the 5 other figures from this wave that I've already previously reviewed. And if I had to rank my favorite to least favorite, I'd actually have to say that Batwoman is number 1. Even though she lacks accessories, she is very cool and a very great design. Then I'd have to give it to Jessica Cruz. And then just after that, number 3 would be Clayface. And then number 4 would have to be Two-Face. I really love that design. And then number 5, I'd have to give it to the new Superman. He's so low on the list, mainly because I don't like that Rebirth design, but overall still a great figure. And then at number 6, poor Martian Manhunter, I gotta give it to him for last place. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat-Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Clayface. Now overall, I think this is a really cool Build-A-Figure. Mattel did such a great job. He's so bulky and massive that he will just tower over the rest of your DC collection. He's impressive with great paint, beautiful sculpting, and fairly good articulation for being such a bulky figure. He's so impressive that I think you would absolutely love him for your DC collections, and in my opinion, he is definitely a must-get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.